Isn't this cute? Okay, so I'm gonna be cold with this, but hello there. How is it going? So I'm trying something a little bit different. Um, I don't know. I'm feeling it. I'm gonna wear a jacket on top, so I'm not actually gonna be so cold. Now, I just had my bank account blocked. Meaning I cannot access around $10,000 because I have a bank account in Kuwait where my parents are from. And I think one of my parents opened this bank account for me. And I got into it with my parents very recently. One of them, the religious one, the super religious one, the super religious Muslim one, found out that I'm trans and I'm dressing up and stuff like this and called me a pervert and whatever. But I blocked him, told the police that this guy is hunting me down, blah, blah, blah. So I was thinking, like, holy crap, let me get my money out before they get to it. Little did I know that in Kuwait, it's illegal to be gay and trans. Thus, my parents could go to the police and have the police put a warrant to look for me and then cancel my rights. So in Kuwait, if you're gay, they will take your rights away. Literally, if you have a car, you don't own a car anymore. If you have money, you don't own any money anymore. And the police will be looking for you to put you in jail. And then they would play with you, you little Barbie doll. I was not like so terrified of the idea of my money being, let's say, confiscated. But I never really thought it would be this quick because I went to the ATM machine and then I went to another like international ATM machine and I went to the bank and everything I keep getting is you need to contact your bank. Um, and then I contacted the bank in Kuwait and I told them like, hey, I have money that's stuck somewhere with you guys. I need this money and I can access it. And they told me, your account is blocked. You need to go to the Ministry of Interior, police. So with this, I kind of realized that, oh shit, I cannot really get my money. Now, that being said, these are one of the things that we as trans women go through in life from our parents, and which is why having this so-called parental permission to get hormones or whatever might not be the best choice to, let's say, to watch over trans children. Because if your parents are like my parents, they're not going to give you a permission slip to go get hormones if you were younger than 18. And that's going to be a big problem because they will dictate what they want of you, of your whole life, until eventually you decide to create your own life and say, you know, fuck y'all. I do not want to be part of this family, and I'm just going to create my own. But eventually, what I started realizing is how toxic the system of parental approval, like your parents have to sign for you to have your hormones, and how toxic this whole thing could be, right? So, I have a different account. So I live in Spain. I just recently got my asylum approved here in Spain, which means I am an LGBT asylum seeker in the country of Spain in the European Union. And my parents, my religious country, who is hunting me down, cannot force me to go back. And the Spanish police slash government will be taking care of me and of them from now on. Hallelujah. With this, I feel safe. I have semi legit job because I just got my asylum process, so I don't have like the best registration with the taxes and whatever. I'm trying to get to it, but last time I went to them, I have this very old ID. I do not have my new ID card renewed, and I do not have my picture, my name changed, my sex changed. So the woman told me like it's better to just wait because this is gonna cause a lot of issues because your ID doesn't match your face. We don't know if this is you, and I'm like, yeah, story of my life. Um, Besides this, I'm also planning to go to Sevilla. Sevilla. Oye, Sevilla. So actually, I'm planning to go live in the south, in Andalusia, somewhere, because I also need to get out of this city where my parents know where I am doing my PhD. They don't exactly know where I live per se, like my address, but they do know that maybe they do, maybe they don't. Honestly, what I remember is I told them that I'm going to this university, but as usual, no one listens to me, which now I take as thank you for not listening. Thank you for being a very bad parent. I don't know. But also, like, I'm gonna be moving away from this area just to be a bit safer. I blocked every single person from my family. I also blocked many people who are Muslim. I actually kept only a few people that I trust, and maybe they don't identify technically as Muslims. But in general, Islam is hunting me down. Let's just put it that way. I mean, how could you? Don't I just look gorgeous? Why would you want to end me? Let me show you what I'm wearing. Let me prove. So, this is today's outfit. I mean, hello. I'm wearing these. Let's see them. White shoes. Kind of a necklace, but I'm loving this part. I usually have big afro hair, but like I'm changing this for now. I didn't wash my hair this week, so it's a big problem because it just gets frizzy, especially if I shower a couple of times and I don't wash it. Just the humidity makes it a mess. So, what I would like to be sharing a bit more of is that I do not have access to a car that I own. Almost $10,000 that I own in a different account. My guitars, electric guitars, amplifiers, longboards, camera, like things that I left over there because I cannot take them. My books, the whole bunch of my books that I cannot access, which is kind of a relief in some sense that I cannot really worry about these things anymore. But it's a bit sad that I'm as a kind of minimalist, and you couldn't tell that I'm a minimalist with all this stuff. But I do not like to create trash. I don't know what they're gonna do. Are they gonna burn it because now they own everything legally? I'm pretty sure they're gonna sell the car. I mean, it's not like a bad car, but it's not like cheap. It's an Audi 2020, no, 2014, 2015 A5 Audi, which I kind of like. It's kind of cute and it fits me. Funny story, when I bought this car, I was presenting as male. Um, in my household, they called me, no, they said this is a girl's car. And I'm like, why? One, if you don't understand what Kuwait is a country of petroleum and money. And I bought the tiniest, most gas efficient car. I think it was 1.4 liter or something with a tiny turbo. So it's very efficient. Typically, men in that area buy like a Nissan Patrol or a Toyota Land Cruiser or like a GMC Suburban, like the biggest of the biggest things. It's like one guy sitting there or one tiny woman driving this huge machine and you have like 6 to 7 liters engines. And my car was tiny. It's two door, kind of cute interior, and that can also send an image. I think my parents knew about this for a long time. Try to correct me, and I think they told me this before. Like being gay is something you should correct when your kids are young, which means beat the hell out of them until they decide not to, which is what happened to me. This is why it took me very very long to come out because I was beaten, I was harassed, I was abused, and all I wanted was to survive, literally, for a very long time. And now I'm free and I'm actually exploring myself. I have an income, which is very important. So I have my own income, and it's far away from whatever they can control. And I think with this, and then knowing also that I can be safe in Spain walking as myself gave me an opportunity of like exploring little by little. I don't know if you watch my channel, subscribe, go watch some other videos, but I have been trans non binary, literally just non binary for 2 years. So I just kind of decided I'm done with trying to be so masculine. And that kind of led me into trying to figure out who am I, what I'm trying to achieve by not worrying about relationships so much and worrying about me for a while because I've dated most of the people, most of the women I've dated, they asked me out, but then also they were kind of what I imagined or I created for myself for a partner. And now I'm seeing that no, I created this when I was 10, was definitely scared and just wanted to survive. And that was the only option you have. You cannot be marrying a man if you're born male in Kuwait. It's illegal. It's dangerous. Not only would you get in jail, the city, the people who live around you will torture you, and the police will say, good, we want that to happen. You shouldn't have this. So you'll have the police against you, the law against you, your family against you, and then your whole community against you. No one thinks about it. People who do lose their families, sometimes lose their jobs, lose lots of things in their lives. I'm a bit more cautious with this. So it took me a while. And I'm happy it did because I enjoy having my financial independence coming out here as a trans person. Um, but I think it's still messing with my head knowing that they did this. Like my parents chose an imaginary something who also in Islam doesn't mention in the book anything about trans women. And they just decided, no, I want to end you. It's not like I will let you be. It's like, no, I'm going to end you. I'm going to make sure you suffer. Like the amount of anger and aggression and pain that these people are going through and want me to go through is just mind-boggling, to be honest. So here I am as an Egyptian goddess myself. Or at least this is how I see myself at this point. Tell me what you think of all of this. Isn't this gorgeous? So I'm gonna head out. I'll talk to y'all later.